Welcome back, survivors. A couple of things I wanted to work on today. I started planting some different crops. Let's see how our potatoes are doing. They're nearly done growing, so I want, since we got all those new crafting recipes in the cooking recipes in the last episode, I wanted to get some additional crops. I'd been growing mostly pumpkins. I think pretty much only pumpkins, since they seem to give the most food once cooked. But now that we have all these other recipes, I wanted to start growing some different vegetables. So I've got potatoes growing here. I cleared out the greenhouse so we can put some more planters in there, and I wanted to build a compost bin. But first things first, I wanted to build a gate. Something I've been wanting to do since we moved here is build a gate to block off this road. The idea being that when a horde spawns in, I would assume it would come down this road unless they can swim. We haven't seen zombies swim yet, but who knows. But the idea is to block this road off. So I am going to build a gate. I spent most of a day off camera just building limestone bricks. I took all that limestone, ground it up into limestone powder in the ore crusher, which I moved outside. Took all that, turned it into concrete paste in the base, took all the concrete paste, turned it into limestone bricks out here. I got maybe a little over 100 limestone bricks, saved a little bit of concrete paste for making reinforced brackets and stuff, so I still have a little bit of concrete paste and a little bit of limestone powder just in case. But what I wanted to do, the highest tier we can currently craft, we can't quite get scrap metal yet. We don't have quite enough iron to do that, and it requires heavy bolts. But I think we can get by with limestone brick, a brick structure. This is going to be tough to see with that. I put a new utility cabinet out here, and that red ring is showing the protection area from that utility cabinet. But the idea is I want this to block off the front entrance to the base, and I'm basically going to try and center it in the bridge. And I want to be just behind these poles right here so that they're not in the way of anything we want to add on. Let me see if, I wonder if switching to third-person camera might make this a little easier. Let me scroll out a little bit and see if this would make it easier to see if we're lining up correctly. This looks to be pretty close to center of the road. Maybe just a hair this way. I'm looking at the road and then I'm looking at the bridge. Are they the same? So basically, if I take it up here, I can see... Yeah, I can see it on the bridge a lot easier, and then just walk straight back, get behind that pole, and place it there. That's what we're going to go with. That's our gate. Now we need to place our gate doors. I should have enough materials to do that. Let's see, gate door left, build that. It should snap on. Is it left facing the front or the back? Should snap right on. There we go. So it's left, considering if you're facing the front. Now we need to place a right one. And I need some more bricks. I need 18 more bricks. Oh, I only grabbed 36. My math wasn't mathing. I got all my bricks in storage in here. Let's see, there's 14 and 10. Get those to stack together. Well, we'll just grab the whole thing. 24, and that'll be more than enough to get a gate up. And that'll at least give us a start, a building point, a starting point to branch off of. All of our walls that we craft on after this, let's see, build this right door, should snap onto them like that. All right, open these gates. Oh, okay, that doesn't look half bad. Now what I'll do is snap the existing walls off of that and come out here a ways just to try and block any zombies. Now that I did that, I kind of think it might have been better to move it up close, but then with this pole would be in the way. I wonder if we could sneak it like right in between. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Let's just build it straight out and then give ourselves a fighting position. My thought process is to build a wall coming out from here, then go forward a bit and have a doorway right here. So when the zombies come down the road, they should I assume they're going to go towards the gate. I've played a lot of 7 Days to Die, and they're attracted to doors and gates in that game, so I don't know if the pathing is the same in this. I guess we're going to find out. And the idea is to give myself a fighting position on both sides, on either side of this, both sides, that we can shoot through, and assuming zombies can't swim, we're basing all this off the idea that zombies can't swim. I guess we may find out the hard way that they can or can't. So the next thing we need is going to be a fence. And again, I'm going to need more limestone bricks. I'll just pin that to make sure I can see what I need. Basically, I should probably grab all the bricks that I have. The only thing is they weigh a lot, so it's kind of a weight restriction on how many you can carry. But I just need a good fighting position for now. I see I can't carry 100 because that would put me overweight. But I'll grab 50. See, I'm slowed down now due to the encumbrance. I could have cleared my inventory out, I suppose, beforehand. But, oh well. We're already halfway into this. Let's get our fence up, build that. And I just want it to snap onto those walls there. The gates, and if you just look at them, if you just look at where you want it to snap to, that's how you get them to snap. And so that's going to look good. And then I just want to go this way. I'm trying to see how many I need to go to get a good fight. Actually, one might work. So I may just place the doorway like right here and have myself a fighting position. Let's build a doorway. That's going to be the fence with a gate on it. Build that, see how that looks. So what we have to do is snap it to that. All right, I like that. Yep, it looks pretty much the same as the gate. It's just a little bit, not quite as high it sits, but that's fine. I'm afraid this this electrical pole might be in the way of this one, so we may just have to fight on the other side, but we'll see. Fence gate, build it for this side. Let's get it to snap. Oh, not that way. Snap over here. Where is it snapping? Oh, this is going to be difficult. It wants to snap there. Let's see if we can just rotate it the way we want it. Yeah, like that. There we go. There we go. And then we'll put, yeah, that's definitely going to be in the way. But maybe that'll be a hindrance to the zombies too, right? It may work out in our favor. Let's build a door with a window on it for either side. And this will be our fighting position. I like these doors with windows on them because you can open the door or you can open the window. And that would give us a good vantage point to shoot out and fight the zombies. Then I may put a second doorway right here in case the zombies can swim, or actually, it may actually just give us an advanced fighting position to be able to shoot them from over in this direction. And I think you can build like little scaffolding ledges here to give us a platform to stand on and look over the wall. But as you can see, you can climb the walls pretty easily too, so we may actually just fight from up here if that's an option. Could shoot them from a pretty good distance. And this is all dependent on where they spawn, I guess. If they spawn at the back of the base, I don't know, we're in trouble. But the way these utility cabinets are set up, they give you a pretty wide coverage, and zombies can't spawn inside those red rings. So maybe the idea is to build a couple more cabinets out this way. I built one over here to kind of to encompass this so nothing respawns out in this area. And I may build one out here just to make sure nothing spawns at the back of the base so that their kind of only position would be to come at us from this front gate. I think that's going to be where we make our stand, so to speak, our defensive position. Let's build a couple more of these. Do I have the materials to build another gate? I need metal. Nope, wrong one. Limestone. I'm out of bricks again. Need more bricks. That's going to be our holdup, I think. We're going to run out of bricks before anything else. It just takes a lot of materials to be able to make those. Let's see. I've got 50 in this one. That's everything out of this one. How many are left in here? None. Okay, so this is our last 50 bricks. Do have a little bit of limestone powder. I could turn it into more concrete paste. I could make a few more bricks, but I was kind of hoping to save some of that for various crafting materials. Like you need the concrete paste to make reinforced metal brackets and stuff like that. So I was saving them for those. Let's see if we can get this to snap. And we'll just rotate it on a 90 degrees this way. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing here. It is a little difficult. Is that 90 degrees right there? Yeah, that looks good. So we don't want to deconstruct any of this. We want to make sure we get it right the first time, because if you deconstruct it, of course, you lose some of the materials. Let's rotate this one this way. One more. Yeah, that feels like that is lined up with the gate again. All right, and then we put our doors inside that. And this is going to be our fighting positions. And if we open the window, yeah, we've got a good vantage point from here. Gives us solid protection, or it should at least give us solid protection and a good vantage point to fight from. All right, open that window. All right, that's cool. So assuming the zombies don't splash around, so we're probably going to need to extend this wall all the way out once we get the materials. Assuming the zombies don't splash around this, or the zombies can swim, this should be a pretty good fighting position. At least I feel like it anyways. We're kind of overdue for doing this. You know, we've already had 2 or 3 hordes attack us while we were out at the prison, so I feel like having some defenses here at the base is going to help. In the meantime, we're going to need more limestone bricks, because I don't have enough to build anything else. So I may resort to crafting it out of a lower tier for now, because, you know, I just don't have the materials to make any more limestone walls. And I'm running very low on screws. We can craft them. I thought I could craft them at least, but it says I need to learn the schematic. I haven't found the schematic yet to make more screws. So we may need to go out looting and scrapping. But in the meantime, let's see if we can set up a compost station. Is it under utilities, compost bin? All right, let's pin that. And we want to put some planters down. We've been... Oh, did that potato just get ready? Yeah, it says I can harvest it now. Okay, cool. So the potatoes are ready to grow. It, like, popped up right as I was standing there. I think I'm going to put the compost bin over here, somewhere where it's close by. Maybe I can... Depends on how big it is. Maybe I can squeeze it in there. And then put a couple of planters in here. So what do we need to make the planters? Let's see. I'm going to go with a... No, not large, because all those are large. I need medium and small planters. So let's go with a medium one, pin that, and a small one, pin that, and see how many of them we can fit in there. So we need planks, nails, brackets, planks and nails, planks and nails. Okay, that's pretty easy. So I've got a stack of nails there. I got a bunch of wooden planks over here. And then a few metal brackets. I should have some in here. Yep, 28 of those. All right, so we can build all that. Let's build our compost bin. Well, let's see where the compost bin can fit. Let's see, utilities, compost bin. Okay, yeah, that's too wide to fit right there. I suppose I could put it on this side. I kind of wanted it to be close to the, you know, all the planting and stuff. So let's actually stick it right here. And we can make compost in that. We'll get to that once we get everything else set up. I was curious to see whether these... I don't need a large one. I want a medium planter. I was curious to see whether this greenhouse actually works, if it does anything, like if the crops grow faster in here, or if you get more of them. But it may be a little hard to test with only having medium and small crop or planters and the large ones being outside, but it should at least give us an idea if it works. And can we fit 2 right here? I don't know why it's... Okay, that looks good. Can I squeeze a second one in? Ooh, that's really close, but it's not giving me... it's not giving me a way to place it. So let's place it this way. We can move the other one. Oh, come on. Come on. Get in your little spot. Well, that is a tiny little window. I'm trying to squeeze that in. There we go. Now I should... Okay, I can put two of them this way. Oh, I moved my mouse. Come on. But this is finicky. This is the most finicky little thing to place right here. I guess it's just because I'm trying to squeeze it so close to the glass. There we go. All right, we'll move this one. I don't know. Should we move it? Should we worry about it? No, let's not worry about it. Let's just plant some stuff in there. Let's grab some... Oh, we need to put dirt in it first. Soil. And then we'll need to put in the seeds and water that. Oh, I should build a sprinkler. That's the other thing I should build. Utilities, sprinkler. What do I need for that? Plastic, reinforced planks, and screws. All right, plastic, scrap, reinforced planks, and screws. I've got the screws in here, just a few left. Reinforced planks, and then plastic scrap should be over here. Got tons of that. And we'll build a sprinkler, wire it in. What kind of area do we think this sprinkler will cover? You know, one thing I am going to do now that I think about it is place it over here. Place this small one on this side. That way, we have a better chance of the sprinkler covering this whole area. I think one sprinkler should work. Let's build it and see. I'm just going to place it right here in the center. I don't know that it matters if it's on the ground. That may be something to test. If it's on the ground, will it still water everything in here? Let's try that. Let's connect it to the water barrel, just like we did our other ones. And then, oh, soil. We need soil and seeds. Grab those. They should be in this container. Soil bag. I want to grab... See, these are saying they're low quality. I want to grab the standard quality. I need 2, 3... I need 4 of those. Do I have one more? 4. And then seeds. Okay, so we want small seeds and medium seeds. The only medium seed I've found so far are cucumbers. But for the small ones, we've got corn, carrots, and onions. And then large ones, we've got pumpkins and potatoes. At least what I found so far. I know the developers posted the other day, a couple of days ago, that they are adding some more seeds to the game. So let's add dirt to this. We want our standard soil bag. Select it. Add dirt. Standard soil bag. Select it. We can make better soil bags. Better soil. But it takes a long time in the compost bin. I'll get to that and I'll show it here in a minute. So we want to plant small seeds over here. I'm going to go with corn in the back. Corn on that side. I don't guess it really matters. Onions on this side. Can plant 2 in each one. And then carrots over here. Maybe I should have placed the root vegetables together and the corn separately, but whatever. It doesn't really matter. And then medium ones right here, we'll put our cucumbers. So now we've got some variety growing. Let's turn on the sprinkler and see if that is actually watering these from the ground. It looks like it might. 50% watered. 51. Okay, that one's working. That one's working. That one's working. Okay, I'm getting wet. 51%, 50. Okay, that's working. Perfect. All right, cool. So now I guess the question is, does the greenhouse actually speed up the growth? Oh, that corn looks terrible clipping through the top, but what are we going to do? Let's harvest these potatoes. They are done. Harvest, harvest, harvest. Lots of potatoes. So this is going to unlock more crafting recipes, cooking, and, you know, the cooking, since we discovered it gives stat boosts, or at least XP boosts for certain skills. Boy, our farming has leveled really fast, too. We're at 85 already? 86 now? Oh, and I'm growing cucumbers up here. Are they ready? Yeah, these planters were already here when we found this place. Those two planters were at the front door. I just decided to leave them because I thought they might look nice. We are probably running low on space in here, but let's see if we can squeeze all these cucumbers and potatoes in here. I should probably eat something. Let's see. Yeah, I could eat. I'm gonna eat the pumpkin soup. Cooked some of that. Now we've got room for more seeds here. We want large seeds in those plots. You could plant any of them, but I'm kind of spreading things out, putting the large seeds in the large plots and the small seeds in the small plots. I think I'm just going to put more potatoes out here because I feel like well, we could do both. Let's do both. Let's do pumpkins and potatoes. Do pumpkins in the back, potatoes up front, I think. Might look decent that way. Let's see. Pumpkins back here. We'll do 4 of those. And then here we'll do potatoes. 2, 3, 4 of those. We'll turn on our sprinklers to give those water. Nice automated gardening going on. Almost automated. Mostly automated, at least. Let's put up the potato seeds and pumpkin seeds, the extra seeds. All right, and we can put up all the rest of this stuff. Is this done making my leather? No, it is still saying raw. These drying racks take a long time. I'm not sure how long, but I put this particular raw hard leather in yesterday, and it hasn't turned in anything. Like I've hit a couple of animals with the truck, and you take the pelts and put them in there, and I haven't found a use for the pelts, but it turns them into usable materials. I suppose we can use them to repair stuff at the minimum. So our base is pretty much decked out with everything we need except for defense. We've got all the crafting stations up. We've got... I think we've got... Oh no, we don't have all the utility stations. We need rain collectors for when the water goes out. Oh, there's lots of stuff in here we can make. A battery charger. Oh, a battery charger. Yeah. That's probably what we need next. A battery charger, a well. We need to make that. So let's actually go ahead and make a well and a couple of rain collectors if we can to start collecting rainwater because the water is eventually going to go out and we are going to need water. I accidentally have too much stuff pinned up here. Let's remove that from the HUD. All right, well, and a rain collector. So we're going to need a digging tool. So that's a shovel. I should have it in this container. Yep, got that. My rain collector says I need an industrial stapler. Is that a nail gun? I think that's a nail gun. Industrial stapler. Yes, the battery is almost dead in that. It's at 7%. We should probably change out the battery. I have a spare lithium battery right here. When we build the battery charger, we can actually charge those batteries back up. Let's swap this battery out, remove the old one, insert a fresh battery, which should be, oh yeah, over here, in lithium battery, install that. Now we can build our well and our rain collector, and we need to go ahead and probably build a battery charger too. I think I'm just going to dig the well like right here. Utilities, well, oh, I need rope and more, oh, more limestone bricks. Oh no, I need 20 of them. And I don't bet I don't, I've got 16. Oh, we're so close. Okay, let's see if I've got any cement paste in here. Or concrete paste. Yeah, I've got 30. That should make us, I think, well, it'll definitely make us 4. So let's put that in. Concrete paste. Turn that on. Wait for that to heat up. And that's going to make, I hope that's enough charcoal. I've only got 3 in there. Let's grab the rest of this charcoal. Stack it all together, toss it all in there to make sure it gets up to temperature because these limestone bricks need over 1400 degrees to start crafting. We'll get those going. We need some cloth rope. And what else? We need plastic ingots and scrap metal sheets. Let's get all that. Oh, cloth rope is made in here. It's really easy, just made with cloth scrap. Let's grab that real quick. We only need 2 ropes. So 1, 2, take that cloth scrap back out, put it in storage because I don't need it. And there's not like there's a lot of weight that this thing can hold. Let's grab those ropes because it is almost full on weight for that. And limestone bricks we're crafting. Let me grab these. I don't want to accidentally burn up all of my fuel in here. Yep, that's done. So we can extinguish that, turn that off. There's our limestone bricks. 15 of those out of that, plus what we've got in here is going to be more than enough. We can build our well. I'm going to place it right over here. Let's see, utilities, well, build. Yeah, let's rotate it so it looks a little something like this. I think I like that. Fairly close to the water container there. Oh, are these done watering? 70% watered? That's pretty close. What about these? These are at 83. 83 should be enough. Let's let these go just a bit longer. Now, this takes a while to fill up. Let's examine it. It says it's got 0.6 ounces. It can hold a total of 879 ounces. So, do we need to... We can't connect that to it. We're going to need to connect it to a storage container, I would assume. I'm not seeing a way to connect it. So we may have to put the storage container down and then connect the storage container to that. Kind of like the way you do the sprinklers. You can't connect the sprinklers from the source. You have to go to the sprinklers and then connect the sprinklers to the source, not the source to the sprinklers, if that makes any sense. It's probably the same way for the well. Let's get a couple of rain collectors out here as well. Do I have everything for that? I need some plastic ingots and scrap metal sheets. I don't have any there. Let's make some sheets then. All right, scrap metal sheets. I need reinforced metal brackets. Okay, let's get all this stuff crafted. Okay, got everything we need now. Let's make this rain collector. I'm going to build it outside of naturally. And you can make two different ones. There's a rain collector and an insulated rain collector. The only difference is the insulated one keeps the fluid contents from freezing. And I feel like that's probably a good idea once winter hits. Let's build this one. I'm not sure which way I should rotate it. I think for now, I'm just going to rotate it like this, and we can move it. And then every time it rains, that should collect some water. It should be empty right now. Let's see. Examine it. Yes, it is empty, but it can hold 12,000 ounces. That is quite a lot of water it can hold. It just takes a long time to fill up because you have to wait for it to rain for it to actually collect any water. Whereas the well collects water all the time. It is up to 19 ounces. It just has a much smaller capacity. So trade-off either way, I guess. The other thing we wanted to build was the battery charger. It says I need 2 car batteries. I should have a couple. Let's see, there's one that's kind of worn. Here we go. There's a worn one. Let's see. This one's at 69% durability. This one's at 80. Let's use the one that's worn a little bit more. Build a battery charger. I don't know. I think I should put it close to an electrical outlet to plug it in for power, right? I think it's got to be plugged in. Battery charger. Build that. I feel like rotating it this way might look right. Let's just place it over here in the corner. Or not in the corner, but over here next to this outlet. Let's see, check power. The power is off. It won't charge anything, so we need to add a connection. And we'll add it straight into the electrical outlet. And now it says the power is on. It looks like it'll charge batteries. So we want to open it, and we can toss in that lithium battery that we had that is low, and now we can start charging all the batteries. It takes a little while, but it charges batteries, you know, passively all the time as long as it's connected to power. Let me see if I've got any other batteries that need charging. There's one right there that's at low. There's one that's low, and I might as well grab a couple of extras and put batteries in my flashlight. Can put a fresh battery in it and put a fresh battery in my cell phone and charge everything back up. And now, oops, I did hit the wrong button. And now insert battery, select. And once we put them all in here, we don't have to worry about batteries anymore, because all we have to do is recharge them, come back to our battery charger here, and collect them. This can charge car batteries as well, but I think it can only hold one because of the weight. Yeah, maximum weight is 45 pounds, and a car battery weighs exactly 45 pounds. So you could put a ton of these smaller batteries in, but you can only charge one car battery at a time. I think all of the car batteries we have, though, are fully charged. Let me look at this. Oh, I pulled them all out of there. I've got a battery over here. Yeah, they all say 100% charge. So those are all good. We're good to go on batteries there. I suppose we could pull them out of our vehicles if they need any, but I kind of went around and selected like the worst batteries I had, pulled them out of the vehicles, replaced them with some spares that I had. That one's at 79% durability, but 100% charge. So they have a different, there's durability and then there's charge. We don't have to worry about charge anymore, and we can repair them, the durability, over here at the repair bench. Speaking of, does anything need to be repaired? Our firefighter gloves could use some repair. It needs hard leather strips and leather strips. I should have some of that here. Hard leather and leather, repair those gloves. We've been using them a lot in the forge there, so those are quite handy. Repair that a couple of times. Anything else that needs repair? Oh, this cell phone needs... Oh, I've got two cell phones. That battery needs to be charged. So let me charge it while I noticed it here. Let's see. Cell phone, remove battery, insert battery, and put in a fresh one. And then we will charge the one that is low. See, these are already charging back up. This lithium one started, I think, at 11%. It's up to 22%. So it's not too bad. It doesn't take a long time. I think the more you put in there, the longer it takes things to charge, but that makes sense, right? Anything else we can craft today? Let's see. So there's a kerosene heater, which we don't need yet because it's nowhere near winter. The makeshift fridge, which we also don't need because we've already got a refrigerator. Now, a freezer might work because we don't have one of those, and being able to freeze our food would make it last a lot longer. So keeps food and drinks icy, has a large storage capacity. You know, we may actually end up building a second rain collector just to make sure we've got enough. But I'm out of materials right now. I need to make more scrap metal sheets, and I'm completely out of screws, actually. I think I literally had just enough. Let me double check. Yeah, out of screws there. Yeah, out of screws there, and yeah, I don't have any in that. Let me double check this crafting bench to make sure I don't have any left. I got springs, but no screws. So yeah, we are completely out of screws. So we need to get out and start looting some stuff and scrapping again. Got to break down a bunch of things. Let's put all this leather back in here and put up all our storage. Let's go looking for some scrap. We'll jump in the truck and see what we can find. All right, heading into town, and I remembered I wanted to loot, come back and finish looting anyways, this auto parts store for car parts. Let's turn the truck off. I hear a zombie. Oh, they've respawned inside the building. Oh, all the ones we killed are still there. Wow. Never did finish looting this place, and I wanted to grab as many of the car parts as we could. Steel wool, a car battery, a gas tank. Oh gosh, we're over encumbered already. Wow, that didn't take long. But yeah, this place... Oh, some of the loot has respawned in here. There's a screw right there. Okay, so my idea was to go into town and grab these... I know... Oh, a deer. A deer. Oh, it's running from a zombie! Wow! I didn't realize the zombies would chase animals like that. Where did that runner zombie go? Did it find something else to chase? I'm crouching. I'm trying to be silent and sneaky. But yeah, let's put these car parts in here. We'll just toss everything in it. This thing has a big weight capacity, so we should be fine. Oh, did I ever loot that before? I don't remember. Let's see what kind of stuff we can get back here. Engine intake manifold, time ring belt, jumper cables, car chassis parts, intake manifold, timing belts. Ooh, oil. We need oil eventually, because your vehicles, I noticed, use a little bit of oil, or you leak. I guess it leaks oil. Oh, that place stinks too from the dead bodies. We should probably clean that up. Let's toss these in here. The oil bottles. So for the oil bottles, you can refill the oil down here at the very bottom. This one is pretty close to full. It says it's at 203 out of 211 ounces, 0% dirtiness. So we don't need the oil yet, but we'll hang on to it because we eventually will. And I'm just going to quickly go through the loot here. Should be all car parts, tires, exhaust, intake, tires. What else is in here real quick? Spark plugs, oil bottle, another battery, some brake pads. Okay, so it's a little bit of everything we can get in here. I'm going to loot all this, toss it all in the truck, and then we're going to head into town and look for more screws. My thought process was to look for screws in the houses with the storage sheds out back. Those little storage sheds seem to have a lot of screws in them, like stacks of 20 at a time, so that seems to be the best bet I know of, other than maybe dismantling stuff, scrapping stuff. We may get a bunch there, who knows, but we'll take a look in town and see what we can find. Alright, I found a couple of screws so far. Finished looting that tire auto parts store, and I'm just hitting garages and little sheds and stuff, and I'm scrapping and searching. Basically, makeshift splint schematic requires medical of 15. We don't quite have that yet, but we can get it. So I'm kind of just going through here, grabbing stuff, scrapping things that I don't need, and hoping to get some screws. I've got a couple of screws that way. Something interesting I did find is a flare gun. Let's see. We can scrap some of these things. A paint roller, a keyboard. We might get screws out of that. Got 3 screws. But I found a flare gun. I don't have any rounds for it, but that could be a fun weapon if we find some ammo for it. A tackle box. Not going to search that. Garage table. Destroy that. We might get some... Oh, we got nails, not screws. Destroy the container. Destroy the buckets and stuff. So I'm just kind of going around scrapping here and there. That floating bucket's going to bother me. Not many screws, actually almost no screws in this building. And then the other thing to keep an eye out for is like bookshelves. So in the bookshelves we can get a baseball bat. I might hang on to that. That could, in case ours breaks. The other thing to look for is like bookshelves and stuff for schematics. So I'm just like quickly walking in, giving it a glance. Jewelry scrap, portable radio, I could dismantle that. Another baseball bat. I only need like 2. I'm only going to keep 2 or 3. You know, you can just grab everything and then all of a sudden the next thing you know your inventory's full, so you're way down. I'm kind of doing this on the fly. I just parked my truck across the street and I'm doing this on foot, which is, you know, slightly dangerous, but so I'm limited on my inventory capacity. Oh, there's no more houses down here. Okay, is this like just a loop right here? Okay, well that's nothing. That's the prison over there. You can see the lights on the wall. Are there no more houses this way? We may have... Oh no, there's one more right here. You can see the lights are on. Boy, if the lights were not on, if the power was off, this place would be so dark. This game... Oh! Zombie! Almost snuck up on me. I got some nails out of that. Oh, I hear zombies. Hello, how are you? Oh, my character's panicked from the zombies, all the noise they're making. Oh, this place is chock full of Zeds. Watch out. Oh, got 2 in this room. This bat. Oh, I got hit. This bat is so powerful. Bam! One-shots him. Oh, on the ground. Oh, does he have a combat pack? Yes. So the combat pack holds 150 pounds. It is the best backpack that I know of. Sherry Thompson, sorry to have knocked your head off there with the baseball bat, but it was worth it for the combat pack, I think. So it holds 150. The hiking backpack that we have, I think we just found it in like the last episode or 2, holds only 100. So the combat pack is definitely better. We need to repair it. It's a little worn, but it'll do for now. Alright, next morning, back at the base. I spent all night out there looting and scrapping. I did manage to find a decent amount of screws. Essentially, what I found was dismantling was better than trying to actually loot for them, and I found that I looted a couple of refrigerators and an oven inside of a house, and I ended up with a total of like almost 300 screws, I think. 250 plus 22, so 277. Quite a lot of screws, plus a bunch of other stuff. Of course, all the car parts we found, a bunch of other scrap that we got. So I feel like we've got enough screws now. I do like this gate. That is handy. I just left it open all night because I figured there wouldn't be any zombies if we weren't there. We seem to have a visitor here. Let me see if I can... Oh, she's going to run at me. Bam. One shot. Grab that arrow back. Thank you very much. Actually, let's go ahead and destroy that body so that you don't attract any of your friends. I don't have anything to clean the blood with on me. So let's close these gates back up. And I kind of forget what we needed the screws for. Oh, yeah, one other thing. I found a fluid barrel at... It's got gasoline in it. I found a farm, and inside the barn were a few of these fuel barrels. I only grabbed one. I probably should have grabbed a few more. But I'm just going to place that here for now, somewhere out of the way. So we've got some extra fuel storage. We've got 277 screws. I feel like that is a lot. How are our crops coming along here? The potatoes are all done. They're ready to harvest. What about everything in here? Cucumbers are ready. Our carrots are ready. Corn is not ready. The corn seems to take longer. Carrots are ready. Oh, these are onions. These are onions over here. These are carrots. Everything is ready except the corn. Okay, so, that doesn't prove or disprove that the greenhouse works, I guess. But I would say if the corn isn't done, then maybe the greenhouse doesn't work, or I don't know. But what was the other crafting station we wanted to make? Was it another water container? Oh, the freezer. We wanted to make that. We made the battery charger. The freezer we want to make. Can we make that? Oh, yeah, scrap metal sheets. We need iron. We need more iron. I'm going to have to make another trip to another mine to get more iron. But at least we've got screws now to craft things in the future. That is about all the time we've got for today. We got a lot accomplished today, scrapped a bunch. If you're ever out looking for screws, find refrigerators and stoves and stuff inside houses and dismantle them. You get lots of screws from that. That's all the time we got for today, though, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed the video, guys. We'll see you on the next one.